There's something there. I came here ultimately to see these lands with different eyes.
Folks who are exposed in very high doses have triple the lifetime risk of heart disease and lung cancer, and a 20-year difference in life expectancy.
Leadership, alpha, comes at a cost. You see, we expect that when danger threatens us from the outside,
that role typically is two in a box with the CEO.
Lastly here, the last slide is I've written the infrastructure. Now this is a screenshot from my phone. These are my Apple Notes. As you can see here, I've currently got 6,293 of these notes on my phone. These go back to 2010. So when I say there's 5,000 things to fit together, I'm not exaggerating. But the results you can get are absolutely extraordinary. Your mind will start identifying things that right now you can't see, and you'll say, this is what we have now.
So what would this system look like? It would have to take in all the different inputs that are required to get started.
But really trying to communicate this over a video is very, very difficult. How do I show you how different people see the pyramids and the reason they would come here?
5,000 things in your brain, these concepts, and fitting them all together in kind of continuing to push to fit them together in new and different ways to get what you want.
Why am I so excited about the Self-Discovery Show? I'm excited about the Self-Discovery Show.
Today was one of those moments
because this has taken years to get to this stage.
That I believe will be a pivotal moment in my career.
This isn't like a quick Facebook video, Instagram story stuff.
A eureka moment, a moment where it all kind of started to make sense.
There is decades of longevity in this.
And today is the day to put all of these dreams and ideas into effect.
While the CEO is running Engine 1, the current business, the CTO, or Chief Transformation Officer, is running Engine 2.
What is the self? Most of us share a strong intuition that our own self is an irreducible whole, that there must be some place in our brain where our perception and our sensation all get together and create thoughts and imagination and define our future.
Number 4 is you want a process to follow. This is actually a process. It's step by step, but the steps don't fit together in the beginning. It is a reinvention. Things map back around and things become more than you originally started with. Now, what I got to drop into this conversation here is the work of Clay Christensen and the Innovator's Dilemma. If you don't know what this is, the Innovator's Dilemma is quite simply how companies get innovated. He's saying here in the chart, the larger company is the blue line. It's the company which is focusing on short-term gains. They look for immediate success and they say, well, this is what we've been doing, so let's continue doing that.
Feeling very excited.
So at Future Foundry, we decided to design one.
The innovator, the long-term thinker, is the orange line. It's the company that says, we're not going to do that, we're going to focus on something else. So the Self-Discovery Show is just going to get greater. Welcome back to another video, where I'm once again going off on a mini adventure to explore this idea of seeing the same land through 100 pair of eyes. And this is a pioneering reinvention process. Looking forward to the journey, mate. Not sure why it came out like that.
Let it be known, what day is it today? September 15th was the day.
They start by building it as an architect. As an engineer, they build the pieces of it. And then once it's moved to the line function, they play the role of coach or mentor.
Jesus, I sound like fucking Tyler Durden. Jesus. I'm building an army of underground boxing clubs. Whew. That's dark. That's dark. How do you begin to perceive the world as all these different people? Ultimately, so you can find within yourself the person you're supposed to be.
They start by building it
5,000 things.
This sounds really lame, but you find yourself?
It's been an incredibly difficult challenge and something which I'm going to pursue, because if you can see these lands through different eyes, this is something which is going to transform your life. You're going to be able to completely change how you interact with the world, how well you know yourself, what you do, and your health, wealth, goal setting, relationships. Everything is going to change.
You're reading a dictionary, hey?
Your mind will start identifying things that right now you can't see, and you'll say, this is what we have now. And that's how the process works.
And there's a quote from T.S. Eliot that I think captures this feeling for me right now. We shall not cease from exploration, and at the end of all our exploring, we shall arrive back to where it all started and know the place for the very first time.
But I could never imagine the state of mind I'm in now, taking myself off the edge of that. And I'm saying here, in a group of 4 people, you have 11 relationships. So there's 6 groups of 2, that's all the arrows in the middle. There's 4 groups of 3, the arrows on the outside. Now, every time you add somebody to that group of people, the number of potential outcomes, the bonds, almost doubles. So 5 people, 26, 6 people, 57. By the time you get to 10 people, there's 1,013 different combinations of relationships or different bonds, which could potentially be different outcomes for your business.
And that's what we mean by self-transformation, that who we become through the process of self-transformation no longer resembles who we were. This is a very radical change, a very radical shift.
That is just an example of just how it all fits together, and really just showing you what it means to reinvent something. A change machine is a process. It's a process for navigating from the false to the true self in the individual and the collective.
And every day you discover something new that is a new problem or a new opportunity to fit these things together a little differently.
What's the biggest challenge in the world today? Social media. It's a tool that could be a gift, but it's being used as a weapon.
All human experience is a transfer of energy and information. So as you watch this video, you are transferring energy and information from inside of who you are, you're receiving it, you're thinking about something, you're asking questions back, and that's all our human experiences really are.
And it's that process that is the magic.
And I've been coming at it from every single angle. If I type in change machine on my phone, change machine, can you see the number going up? 300, 400, see that? 500, 8. Okay, 928 entries for that word change machine on my phone since May 2020. Can I do something with this? Is this going to be a thing? Is it going to be like, have you heard of this change machine thing? Yeah, yes is the answer. Yes.
In that dark room is who you are. But in that dark room is where you have to create another human being that walks out of that dark room.
So essentially there is something here which can be built upon.
That the person who's actually stronger, the person who's better fed, and the person who is actually teeming with serotonin and actually has higher confidence than the rest of us, we expect them to run towards the danger to protect us.
That role typically is 2 in a box with the CEO.
It's about emerging from yourself and becoming yourself and loving your life.
This is what it means to be a leader.
Change machine. Machine is French for Machene. So change, Machene is my oak. So change my psychology of who I am.
Now, it's the process by which we expand our identity beyond a constricted image.
I got a little saying to get off my tongue here. Expression stops repression. And that's a good thing. Now, if you want this process to succeed, you've got to get on the other side of the fence here. You are the rebel. You are the rioters. You are the person pushing back on something.
It's childhood trauma.
This video is all about you. Understanding yourself is about understanding what's inside of you, and is going to bring you to the real you, make you the best version of you, and help you to live your life true to yourself. My name is Rob, and I spent the last 15 years of my adult life searching for myself and understanding who I was as a person. You see, finding yourself is a real thing. Understanding yourself and how you interact with the world isn't an easy challenge. It's one of life's most meaningful and fulfilling journeys you can go on. Welcome to Change Machene.